So I come from a family that has very strong military ties. I've had countless family members that are veterans, and I currently have 2 brothers that are active duty Air Force. And this population is very close to my heart, and it's truly an honor.
I think working with veterans specifically is really what set the tone for my nursing practice. So I feel very honored to be able to say that I spent my first year as a nurse caring for veterans, because they're so complex. They might come in, with sepsis. Maybe they're being treated for sepsis specifically on the unit, but they have 10 plus other comorbidities that are going on. And I feel like that really set the tone for my critical thinking as a nurse.
It's a privilege. It's a privilege to reach them, to help them. It's a unique population. They're vulnerable. At the meantime, I found that it's, if you help them, you just fulfill something. It's beyond the nursing. It's actually hits you on your heart, and the environment, and themselves. Veterans always appreciative. No matter what you do, they always thank you.
So the VA was my fit for being able to serve those who served.
This residency is all about support. Your first year as a nurse is not supposed to be easy, and I never felt uncomfortable going straight to the program managers and the other nurses in my cohort and saying, this is what I experienced, can we please talk through it? Because I'm having a really hard time, shifting through these thoughts on my own. And I loved having that ability to debrief with a group of people who genuinely care about you.
There is a check-in, there is debriefing, there is conversation that happens every week, which is helpful, because then you get to talk to people that are in your exact same shoes, and get to find out every week that, whoa, I'm not alone. This happened to me, this happened to you, all sorts of things. That's very helpful.
So being in the residency, it was a healthy balance of being on the floor as well as education, and continuing to learn things that I wasn't comfortable with or didn't feel like I learned in nursing school. So specifically, for inpatient psychiatry, being on the floor and having that backup support and people always around to help to guide my practice really helped me to develop my skills a little bit more, because I wasn't completely on my own. And then, throughout the residency and having these educational modules and talks and lectures and sim labs and hands-on activities, I was able to learn things that I never had even heard of in nursing school. So I felt confident, even as an inpatient psychiatry nurse, being able to do med-surg things, because the residency allowed me the opportunity to really hone in on those skills and practice them.
A good thing with the VA residency program is that you have this opportunity that you get exposed to different field of nursing, outpatient, inpatient, and then you navigate, you find what is suiting for you for the long term of your choice. However, the reason I choose VA is because the other nursing residency program didn't give you this opportunity.
So through the residency, I got to meet so many different people who are actually now in leadership positions, who have moved up, who have moved around, and by meeting them through the residency, I kind of I have a know in different units or leadership, and get to kind of help them with my veterans, whether it be with radiology or just trying to get them somewhere. I'd be like, hey, I spent a week with you, can you help me?
Felt very supported. They came in from a time of uncertainty in nursing school to jumping into the residency. There was that nervousness the first day. I remember looking around to the other residents, and I know we were all thinking the same thing, and it turns out we were. And then it was that we will need some guidance on this journey, and we got it. We got the guidance. There was never a moment. There's never been a moment that I felt that there wasn't someone ready to help if I needed it.
Having a preceptor the whole time is really helpful, and they get to spend one-on-one time with you and kind of walk you through all the things you don't do in nursing school. Almost 3 years, yeah, since I've been in the residency. And it's actually really cool seeing the residents come to my unit, and then I get to be their preceptor and give them little tips and tricks, being like, hey, I've been there, do this, don't do that, and kind of guide them along the way as they're figuring out, one, the VA system, and two, how to be a nurse, and how to be the best nurse you can be for the veterans, and kind of guide them along in this new journey. And it's just kind of cool seeing how that was me 3 years ago, but look at me now, a preceptor.
The Portland VA residency program allows for an entire year of protected time with a preceptor on the unit that you're placed on. And I loved that because a lot of other programs in the area only offer about 16 weeks of precepted time. So for me that year, I knew that, as the months went on, I'd be able to do more and more independently in my practice. However, I always had someone there that I could go to.
I was placed with an incredible preceptor, and I don't think that I was necessarily confident as a new nurse going into the workforce during a pandemic. So I felt that I was in a safe environment. I always felt that I had somebody that had my back, that was there to just really help me understand what it was to be a nurse. And I could always ask questions, and I never felt that I was being judged for not knowing something, and I always felt safe, and I always felt inspired and motivated to continue growing.
You are going to have fun. You will work hard. You will learn a lot. You will put in your time. But you also need to realize that you will have fun, and to not be surprised when that happens, and just let it happen. When you get those moments and you meet those people and you're laughing at everything.
One thing that I wish I knew when I was in school were the opportunities that you have for growth in the VA. And I think if I knew about all the opportunities they have, both for lateral growth, but also for continued career growth, I think that I would have probably came to the VA a lot sooner. And I think that really, it speaks to the investment that is placed not only in us as people, but also as professionals.
It's trust the process. There's a lot of residencies out there, a lot of different jobs out there, but the VA is special in that you get to work with the population, unlike a lot of the private hospitals. These people are super special, and it's really cool being able to work with a population that serve their country. Just kind of I would say do the VA. If you love it, it's probably the right fit for you.